What's good, team? Welcome back to the podcast. Hope we're all doing good. All had a good week. All had a good weekend. Obviously, depending on when you listen to this, depends on what day of the week it is. But hope you all doing alright. Not obviously everything can't be great, fantastic, fucking over the moon all the time. But hopefully, law of averages and 51% were on the rise and 49% were on the decline. So at least, when that all evens itself out, at least we are still going forward and we are a little bit happy in ourselves anyway. So episode 13, unlucky for some, not going to be for us, hopefully, fingers crossed. I had a request for the mental side. So developing mental strength and the mental side of working out and mental side of CrossFit, and also just fitness in general. So I'm going to give a little bit of chatting shit on that, and hopefully it can help you out mentally when next time you get into a workout. I'm sure that the people that are listening that have been coached by me in the past will know when, for example, we're going for a heavy lift, whether I'm coaching an Olympic weightlifting session or coaching a powerlifting session or I'm coaching a CrossFit class that we're going heavy that day, or a PT that we're going to go heavy. I say you can't tickle the bar and it's going to miraculously float above your head, or you're going to be able to pick it up from the floor with a deadlift, or put it on your back, sit it down and squat it up, or stand it up on your squat. Like all these things, like you can't just walk over to that bar and give it a little tickle. Sometimes you're gonna need the adrenaline going, and you're gonna have to get a little bit angry, get a little bit pissed, and I might use the term "go dark." Everyone has inevitably gone through shit in their life. Like that's gonna happen. That's called life, and that's called being a human. Everyone goes through shit, right? But one of the reasons why we work out is to be able to deal with that shit in a positive way and be productive with that pain that we all experience. Because if we don't, it can end up breaking us down. It can end up ruining us as a person. So we use that in the gym and express it in a physical way. And I know for a fact, anything that goes on, I need to express it in a physical way. And which gets pretty difficult sometimes because, especially when you are training quite a lot, and then something might have occurred, and obviously you need to get it out a little bit more. So that's when, I might go in and I'll train my arms. It's very low impact. It's not going to wreck me. It won't affect my day the next day. It's not going to fuck up my CNS. I'll go for a walk, but with me, I need to feel a little bit more of the burn, so to speak, or a little bit more pain. I know that sounds really fucked up and sadistic, but hey, that's me. Anyway, go dark with the lift. So you're going to have to recall those times that has hurt you to be able to lift. When you, for example, Eddie Hall, he was the first man in history to be able to deadlift 500 kilos, and that's an inconceivable amount of weight. That genuinely is freaky strength, and I fucking love that bloke. Northern himself, so representing the north of England, northwest. I think he has some sort of like hypnosis ritual. Not where he goes to like some sort of psyche and they fucking get some scented incense out and he like sniffs it and whatever. But he pinches something on his hand and he thinks about bad things happening to his wife and kids, to his close family, and that absolutely sends him red. He's a massive family man, as most people are in the north, and it sends him red, and that's what allowed him to be able to lift 500 kilos off the floor and lock it out. I know obviously that's an extreme example, but if you are going for a heavy lift, like you are going to have to go dark a little bit. I'm not saying like think about the worst thing that's ever happened to you, because some people can't do that and it not leave a scar, But sometimes you're going to have to really, really think about those things that have seriously hurt you in the past, or something that has seriously frustrated you, and you're just going to have to use that. So when you leave the gym, you can actually see things with a clear head and a level head. Um, I'm definitely guilty of that. Like sometimes you just need to leave me alone, and I need to work out, and then I'm like, oh, okay, like I can actually function mentally as a human being instead of fucking being a little bit too hot-headed. But that's, we're being productive with the energy and the emotion that we have, and I think that deserves a little bit of credit. So going dark is one, especially when you go for a heavy lift. But another one is a sprint workout. Like these inevitably are going to be the worst things you physically do in your entire life. Like a 100-meter sprint done correctly sucks so bad that you want to throw up, pass out, and you question life decisions at the same time. Like it's absolutely horrendous. Going on the assault bike, same thing. Getting Fran lungs, 21, 15, 9 of thrusters and pull-ups. It's no thinking, it's no resting, it's no sipping on my water, it's no getting chalk, there's no fucking wiping the sweat out of my eyes. It's go until your body physically stops you. You should be able to push your body to the point where it doesn't function and it just shuts and you fall over. Like those workouts hurt so bad, and I do believe, I think about maybe about 98% of the people I've ever coached in my entire life will never hit their full potential in a sprint workout. Not because of their physical capability, not because they've not trained, not because of what they ate, not because of their stress levels, but simply because they're not willing to put themselves through so much pain. It's only the top 2%, 1% who are absolute psychos that enjoy that absolute burning sensation. Feels like your lungs are bleeding, everything goes numb, but then it hurts at the same time. It feels like you're on fire, you can't breathe, your head's going to explode, your heart's going to come out your chest, and you don't know your name. Like, it's pretty savage. Have I put you off yet? Nah, I'm joking. But in those moments, like, obviously you do need mental strength. But in my opinion, it's the mental strength you practice in weeks and months and years before that moment that will get you through that moment. On a whole, I do believe obviously you can't go like that all the time. There is times that you need to be able to cruise. Like if you're training 5-6 days a week, I do believe you need to train at about 85% of your potential. 80 to 85%, sometimes 70%, sometimes even lower. And it's, going back to the active recovery day podcast episode I did, sometimes your body needs to calm down. Like I went into the gym yesterday and I was like, I'll work out. It was heavy thrusters on the board. I was like, yeah, I'll do the class. Lay down on the roller, rolled around, and I was so tired, so like a bit sore, but absolutely shattered. My eyes were stinging, and I was just like, nah, today's a no day. Like, my body just went, nah, you good, mate. Like, go on. So I did. I walked home, got some food. I went for a walk, and that was my workout. My workout was a walk that night. And that's granted, I got lost and ended up fucking walking all the way around. What felt like all the way around fucking New Zealand. I felt like I walked all the way back to the UK, but that's a different story. Yeah, sometimes, you do have to listen to your body on that sense, but when you are in those pressure environments, when you are retesting workouts, when you are competing, when you are, it's a go day, you're pushing yourself to the absolute brink, then your mind is the thing that's gonna limit you. Like, your body will be able to do it. It's your mind that will stop you, because pain is just it's just a signal that something's changing and something's wrong, right? Like the heart rate going up, lactic acid being produced, the amount of CO2 in your body, and the stress you're putting on yourself. Your body's not happy with that. It's going to be like, dude, what the fuck are you doing to me? Like half an hour ago, I was sat on the couch with my hand down my pants eating M&Ms, and now you want me to fucking do what? Exactly. So your body's not going to like it. So being able to push through those signals, develop with that mental strength, like I do believe, like no matter what you go through in life, it feels better. It might not be cured. It might not be, in the green, but it will at least feel a little bit better after a workout and after you felt that bit of physical pain, a bit of a burning, a bit of a pump, or an absolute demolisher of a workout like Fran. Fucking great workout, because it's over really quickly. But if Fran is ever programmed and you've got to do it, then it's just going to hurt you. It's going to try and take your soul. But I think something that hurts me more than Fran is something that's programmed, I think, midway through next week for the members at CrossFit Birkenhead. If you're listening, fucking good luck. And I'll make sure I do this one, even though like last time I did it, I was so close to spewing. It was untrue, and that's Elizabeth. That's the 21:15:9 of the full clean and the ring dips. I don't know why, but that workout is absolutely horrendous. And if you want a quick time, then it is going to fucking take your soul and play the violin on your lungs. But who are we? We're weird for pushing ourselves in the gym. For those us gym rats out there, we're weird, and we also think people are weird when they eat takeaways every night, when they eat donuts for dinner time, and when they drink every night. But hey, that's a conversation for a different day. Yeah. So the mental side, the easiest way to develop it and the easiest way to practice it day in, day out, I believe, is in the middle of a workout, is picking up the bar or doing an extra rep or starting the next round or picking up the skipping rope or whatever. It's just starting 1 second earlier than you want to. So, for example, I'm doing wall balls. I knocked out a set of 20. I drop it down, I'm hurting. I take 3 steps back. I'm hurting. I'm hurting. I'm hurting. I'm hurting. I'm hurting. I feel a little bit better. I feel good. Okay, now I start to take 3 steps forward. Only when I start feeling good. But that means I'm wasting time in that transition of stepping towards it and picking a wall ball back up. So when you walk away from the equipment, or when you stop, when you rest, when you take a sip of water or whatever you're doing, or get some chalk, get back to work a second before you want to. Because if you break 10 times, that's 10 seconds. And that's a significant amount of time. Like it's especially in like a sprint workout, it's decent. So just a second and practicing that over that week, you're going to shave so much more and you're going to end up completing so much more work. And then it's just progressive overload, being able to do more work over time, whether that is intensity, whether that is reps or sets or total volume, time and attention or whatever. But that progressive overload is going to be on the rise. It's going to increase. So that's, for me, that's the easiest way of doing it and the easiest way of practicing mental strength. Another little topic within this larger topic of mental strength is a little secret for those of you who want to start working out, or for those of you who have just started working out, or want to change the way you work out or whatever. Usually for the beginners, they benefit a lot more from this. But a little secret is there's very, 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 very few people on this planet that actually enjoy the pain and in that moment enjoy what they're feeling. Like it's a really weird one. It's a massive oxymoron. Like they don't enjoy the pain, they don't enjoy working out, but they enjoy the feeling afterwards, and they enjoy the endorphins, and they enjoy the sense of pride and achievement. And that is more important than the pain you're going through. So being able to just suck it up and get it done, and the sense of pride you're filled with afterwards, like you can't really replicate that. So if you are starting and you think it sucks, and you think it's shit, and you think it hurts, and you think it's fucking wrong that humans shouldn't put themselves through pain or whatever, just think, never mind about, think about where you want to be, or think about your dream body, or think about you want to lift this way, or think about you want to get this time or whatever. Like, fuck performance wise, I'm just talking about mental strength. Like, people don't like doing it. They just like the pride afterwards. So that intrinsic feeling that you get after putting yourself through that horrible workout that really fucked you up, that pride that you get at the end of it is you can't replicate that of anything else. Like when you completed, your first session, or you've completed a marathon, or you've completed changed sports, or you've done the work, or you've competed, like you've done that, and that intrinsic feeling of coming back and thinking, I made myself do that. Whatever I have upstairs, i.e. between my ears, i.e. in my head, made my body do that. Like the confidence and the fucking self-belief you get from that just translates over to life. I really, 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 really do believe that, and I'm really passionate about that, and it's probably one of the reasons why I stayed within this industry. I was always going to be in it, being an athlete, but and also love helping people, and I'm passionate to get people out of pain, physical pain, because it sucks. Coach people how to move, because some people genuinely don't know how to do it. Coach through sport, because I fucking love it and want to help those. But also, but I really do believe that as humans, we are physical creatures, and that's the way or most of us, express ourselves. Obviously, I can only speak from experience, and that is definitely the way I express myself. Is physically. I need to get emotions, and after that, all my emotion and sort of feelings are out physically, and I've kind of exhausted my body. But in a better term, then my head works. If not, and my body's quite agitated and whatever, then my head's all over the place, and it's a little bit uneasy. So as humans, I do believe we are physical creatures, and that is the way we deal with a lot of emotions. And when you do that, and you manage to express yourself and deal with, or use, or change, or adapt, or whatever those emotions that you're feeling mentally, and being able to actually get it out in an expression form, with a lift, with a run, with Zumba, with fucking yoga, with meditation, with all these things that we actually move our like physical shell that we've put in, then it just fucking benefits every single other part of life. Like I'm yet to meet someone that comes to the gym and wants to improve, or has been PT'd by me and wants to improve, or has come to the classes that I've coached in any CrossFit gyms and want to improve, and are just coasting through life and are a bit of a dosser, and they basically just coast through life, don't give a shit about anything, have no aspirations, no goals, and no dreams. Every single, like hand on heart, every single person I've been encountered with are pushing towards something, and I do believe that's because they are practicing that mental strength daily, or 3 times a week. Whenever they're in the gym. But then it also translates to the food you eat, because you might as well get the maximum amount of results you're putting in. You're putting yourself through a shit ton of physical pain, so you might as well get all the rewards from it, i.e. let's eat a little bit healthier, so our blood levels can be better, your hormone levels are better, you feel better, and then never mind, you look better and you can gain a bit more size or whatever. But every single one that's been committed and expressed themselves physically in any sport, and if they gave a shit about weights or not, or they just wanted to come in and do legs, bums and tums, or they wanted to come in and just do like the MAMS class, or come in and do spin class, or they wanted to just come in and weight lift, or whatever it is, every single one of them is fucking crushing it in life. Every single one of them. Don't get me wrong, life will crush you, and they'll probably be hit in the face with a brick several times. Not physically, I hope, but life will do it. It links to that speech by Steve Jobs. One of the best speeches in a recent times. Like, it's fucking brilliant. And I think it was at Stanford Uni in America, where he said, sometimes life's going to hit you in the face with a brick, but don't lose hope. And it's true. Like, it's quite it plays on the imagery a little bit, because you just think, fuck, that'd hurt. that would really hurt, getting smacked in the face with a brick. And well, of course it would, but sometimes life is going to really fucking hurt you. And I think the only thing we have is hope, and hope comes from that mental strength. And in turn, the only thing we do have is what's between the ears. And if you stay strong upstairs and being able to express yourself, use your body, and push yourself physically, in the gym, out the gym, just in any physical form, then I do think it plays dividend to everything else. It will help out everything else, and life will be on the rise. So, guys, I hope that helped. I know I go off on massive tangents. That's probably why I need more people on this, because they'll keep me on track. But hopefully that helped on the mental side, and how it can actually help going forward into everything else. So even if you don't want to push yourself through the gym, you don't really give a shit about developing mental strength, just think you want to be able to develop everything else in life, and being able to do that starts with between the ears. So team, have a fucking fantastic one. Enjoy yourself, have fun, as well as crush your goals. And something that I was talking about is if you with Hugo, if you're not listening to that episode, fucking stop this now, go back and listen to it, and then come back and listen to the last 45 seconds of this one. Anyway, I digress. Something I was speaking about with Hugo is don't be so hard on yourself if you complete 8 out of 10 things you want to do that day. Fuck me, you've completed 80%. If you completed 80% of the things you wanted to do every single day, you would be so far along you wouldn't even recognise yourself or where you are. So just be proud of the effort you are putting in. Obviously putting in an ungodly amount of effort, but look after yourself too. And it is okay to take those days where you're going to be a little bit less productive, and that's fine. That's not showing mental weakness. That's showing mental strength to be able to say, hold on a minute, I need to look after myself. Stress management is a thing. Like being anxious is a thing. Like being down is a thing, and I'm going to look after me instead of trying to just wreck myself and grind myself into the ground. So guys, have a great one. Look after yourself. Be happy. Have fun. Love yourself. Don't be an egotistical cunt. But enjoy life. I will see you very, very soon. Hopefully got some more people on here as well, so you can have a little bit of break of hearing my voice. Take it easy. Stay safe. Love you all. See you later.